Well, you know what they say. If it looks like shit, smells like shit, and you're dumb enough to taste it, well then your brains are probably made out of fucking shit.
What I said was, level out, come on!
Go fucking lay down. Willard, are you stunned? Are you stunned? You're stunned. Alrighty. Well, if you guys haven't heard, you know, Old Frost Pakistan, run by a bunch of drama teachers and meatheads. Well, they run this right into the dirt, and we pull 1267 right out of my backyard. No bullshit. If you walk 5 minutes from here, Terry Fox it, you can find yourself a wellhead that's shitting out 1267 crude. Some of the best fucking oil that's ever come from God's green earth, flowing like a motherfucker. But somehow, some fucking way, we're still paying $7 a gallon for diesel for this sassy old whore. 1202 is $7 a gallon up here. Lucky beer hasn't gone up that much, knock on wood. Anyhow, that being said, I gotta make a few trips back and forth to the shitty city for doing doctor's appointments and all kinds of fiddle-fuckery. And I love driving my old Ford. She's mint as fuck. But as she sits right now, probably gonna cost me my arm and a good leg to drive back and forth to that shithole. So I've been running this old pile of shit back and forth to the city. What for,
Chose you to buy American.
running that Uncle Ben's, you know, gets pretty good fucking mileage. Well, it doesn't get the best mileage, but it gets a lot better than that old Ford over there. And there's one quality that this old piece of shit has that my old Ford will never have. And no, it isn't a pile of garbage on the passenger side floor. It's the fact that if this thing gets stolen, I really don't give the sweetest fuck. Isn't that right, Willard? This thing in the shit with all them fucking greasy, sticky-handed pricks sitting around, I just don't sleep right. So the one problem that this old pile of shit has, that this old fucking thing can do no problemo, what for having the 1 ton Tanya edition of leaf spring packs, is she can't tow for fucking shit. And so let's fix it. Isn't that right, Willard? Man, he's stunned. Well, this repair job is gonna be done with nothing but the finest fucking shit that I found at the dump. So we got this trailer. I bought it off old Counterfix Craigslist last night for a pretty cheap dime. So I'm gonna deck it. I'm gonna put lights on it and all the rest of fiddle fuckery with shit I found at the dump. I'm gonna put tires on it that I found at the dump. And I'm gonna put these springs in the back of the old Korean rickshaw here that I found at the dump. I mean, they are a fucking Chrysler spring, so guaranteed the fucking front end problems that's gonna come from these is gonna get secondhand rear end problems in the back of this thing, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Alrighty, so here we go. We're about to learn the old rickshaw how to be a 1 ton. It'll be a 1 ton, right, Willard? Are you stunned? Alright, well, I'm not really a guy that really likes running these fucking piles of shit rickshaws, but I'm also not the kind of guy that likes bending over and getting just fucking tag teamed at the old fuel pump. So, yeah, this is gonna be the way she goes. And I mean, well, I got all to do today other than sit around and think about all the shit that I need to get done, so might as well beef up the old rickshaw. You know, I found those fucking things at the dump a while ago. I meaning to put them in here, but you know, procrastination sets in pretty hard around here. Alrighty here, so what we're gonna do is lift this pile of shit up to the desired ride height. So it's gonna be a little higher in the back, what for, you know, having a bunch of shit in the back. And then measure the coil spring and then make the fucking new coils about that profile. Oh, yeah, bud. You can handle all the fucking 1 ton Tanyas now. All right, let's measure the spring. Alrighty, so I reckon these springs are about, from butthole to brisket, they're about 7.5 inches. All right, she's about 7.5 inches there. Now, the width of these fucking things, I think the width is a little different, but we might have to just fiddle these things into spot. That'll be fine. And what do we got here? Oh, about 6. So, did I say 6.5 or 6? I don't know, we're just gonna pull it apart and see what happens. Holy fuck. Alright, so we got the old spring out, and this thing is just fucking dog shit. It just sacks out easy. So I think it was 7.5 inches we wanted for ride height, and I think actually the whole thing just kind of fucking fell out of there, which it might be good. But yeah, we got about 7.5 inches, and this fucking thing here isn't, well, it isn't fucking small enough. Alright, the inside of this is 4.5 inch, And the inside of this guy is 5 inch. So we're gonna need to get another 1/2 inch out of this hooer.
That's what she said.
Which you might be able to do. And then try to stick her home in there.
That's what she said.
So yeah, like I was saying, the spring overall height is going to want to be about 7.5 inches. So this fucker here fully all the way. So yeah, it was 7.5 when it was compressed. So this thing ain't gonna compress very much. So I reckon we're gonna want to go with 9.5. So we'll just knock her off here and then we're able to curl this down. You don't need to worry about your rickshaw riding like a fucking 1-ton. So there was a bunch of guys that were saying that, you know, you can get airbags for these pieces of shit and all the rest of this fancy shit. And I said, yeah, oh yeah. But they were all out of that shit at the dump. Ain't nobody got time to spend money on this pile of shit. Alrighty, well I heated the living out of that piece of shit. Stabbed her in home like so. I mean, that's barely even on there. But what a fella can do is maybe just run a little weld here to get her to stay. But we're gonna go ahead and jack that up and see how she fucking looks.
Take off your pants and jacket.
Well, look at that, eh?
He probably had to look at it and say, look at that.
She ain't gonna have the travel she once had, but like she's pretty firm on this side now. I gotta bounce up and down her a little bit here. Oh, that's a safe sound. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that good, but it doesn't look that bad. Man, wouldn't it be nice to have a hoist that didn't have some shitty fucking bird on it that wouldn't start? For fuck's sake. Willard is fucking stunned. So is Willard's apprentice. This is all DOT approved welds and all this shit. Not a lot of people know this. Well, when you get shit from the dump, the ratings are a lot different, you know? And this one is, so what we got here is this spring is a fuckload fucking stiffer. So that's a good thing. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just weld her in there a little bit and then put that limiting chain on there. Oh, fuck. Oh, just a treat. All right, let's weld the fucking thing. Oh, yeah. The old fucking Miller. If you want a good welder, it'll last you a good long fucking time. I have fucking turned this overheat light on this Miller. Turned her on about all of it and just burning in shit that's way too fucking hot and giving her all the way, and she's never fucking died. Been a good machine. There is some fucking wood in there that gets really hot. I don't know, there's like coils and shit. And there's some wood in there. I definitely let some smoke out of that wood. Now that's just a preliminary weld, what for going for and taking her for a test rip. We'll weld the fuck out of her later if need be. We probably won't weld it later. It'll be fine. But we're gonna go ahead and weld that limiting chain fucking riggings in there, and then take it for a rip after we do the other side. All right, so I lowered her down so this thing does what I don't do. It starts to pull out here, and then that's gonna be the max length for our chain. We're gonna have the chain go from here to here and maybe even have it a little shorter. What for sometimes this thing gets airborne. I mean, why even drive a rickshaw if you're not gonna fucking jump it once in a while? Now I'm gonna go rooting through the fucking old code of dump chain. I mean, if you don't find your chain at the dump, are you really fucking safety? Oh, look at that, perfect. Barely even that rotten. Now you're wondering, Peg, isn't this thing gonna make a fuckload of ruckus when you're driving down the road? Oh yeah, it's gonna. But I already have a fix for that. I'm fucking half deaf, so I'm not gonna have to worry about it. Oh yeah, right into the Princess Auto Vice. That's fine. All right, now we'll dirty dangle that thing in there and just see if it fucking lines up. And that should be fucking mint. Oh yeah, it'll be just like a log truck pretty much. Might want to put on a glove for this one. It's gonna get a little hot up there. Alrighty, well that chain's all half-ass welded in there. Oh, it's all bunged up. Oh, it's fine. All right, well, oh no, I got her flexed out right now. So she's half-ass welded in there. So I'll show you what's gonna happen when I jack her off. So, see the chain loosening up? So, and then the thing will compress a little more. All right, well, the jack stand just lifted off, and the left side's still sacking the f out. So that chain now is just gonna dirty dangle there. Man, there's a lot of shit falling off of this piece of shit. All right, so the chain's dirty dangling there now. So like, let's say, and it's just gonna make a ruckus, but it'll sound like I'm driving Santa's sleigh when I'm ripping down the road. It'll be fucking mint. But let's say if I'm moth crawling with the fucking guys there with my sicky dope rig and my pants down around my ankles and sicky dope fucking flat brim hat this, and I hit the curb a little hard, look at, well, she's gonna limit her out and it won't allow my fucking spring to fly out the side. Because the last thing a feller wants is to have a fucking spring get into a tangle with the tire, and next thing you know you got a spring and a tire. So that'll be mint. And she's locked in there pretty fucking good. Like, you can't rip that whore out of there, and she's jammed into the top and the back. So it's pretty good.
That person tends to justify the behavior and deny any negative feedback associated with the behavior.
And that limiter strap was about 8 inches long. I might burn her in a little bit more once I get the other side done. What for this whole rigging is kind of holding her together. And like I said, I ain't gonna have the travel I once had, but I'm definitely gonna have more towing capacity. And this old rickshaw, she's gonna identify as a one-ton. All right, well, we're tearing into the other side. Got a bit of an issue here with the fucking rubber. Nobody wants a fucking rip rubber. So we gotta head to the old parts store and see if I can't buy a new one of them. All right, well, we got the old rickshaw. This is the original OG. Oh, yeah, oh, I forgot. I ripped the back end off with the old excavator after a couple beer. Do I hear Sir Stink a lot? I think I do. All right, well, the back of the rickshaw has clearly been deleted. Oh, look at those fancy fucking speakers. I remember when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. Those are just the best speakers ever. All right. A little bit of remnants of rickshaw here. What do you think, Willard? What is that? Probably rickshaw parts. All right, there's lots of snow here. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Filthy old piss jug, though.
Neighbors say they're used to people dumping trash in the alley behind their homes, but not like this.
It's not only disgusting, it's dangerous.
Ricky, I cannot believe how many piss jugs your dad's left around the park. Look at these things.
It's the way of the road.
Way of the road.
Is it in here? I don't think we're gonna be able to find it. I don't even know where the fucking bottom of the rickshaw would be in this pile. Yeah. No, I don't think we'll be able to. I think we're struck out here on rickshaw parts. So maybe rid of this log. How did that even get in here? Oh, it's a good drive shaft. Oh, that's still good. I don't think we're gonna find what we're looking for. Oh, there's a big rock. Yeah, no bueno. All right, so we struck out there, but I don't know about you guys, but like this side of it's still pretty good. Well, I mean, this side's fucked on this side, and on this side's fucked on that side, but this piece right here is still pretty good, so we'll just use that. All right, so we got last year's rickshaw on this year's body. So for the driver's side, we're gonna leave her a little higher, you know, went for Christmas dinner and whatnot. All right, so this side, or the other side, was about 9.5. Sounds like my German old lady when I'm asking for a piece. 9. Alrighty, well, I didn't want to fucking bore you with the details of doing her to the other side here, but she's fucking done. Mint. And before you fucking say it, no, I did not weld to the frame. This thing's a unibody. It doesn't have a frame. You don't have to worry about welding to that stuff. So she's fucking mint. Go take her for a rip here. All right, so you don't have to worry about the rubber blowing out the side there like a set of old prolapse piss flaps. That's fine. That rubber's not even that fucked up. Holy sweet flying fiddlers. Look at that instant gram weld. Man, I'm excited with this. This is some of my best work. As my old man used to say, clicky, clicky. Oh, yeah. Those are torque. All of it. All right, now we're gonna drop her here and just see what kind of fucking spring she's got. Oh, yeah. Rock solid. All right, she's definitely got a nice rake to her, but meow, we gotta go give her some trial by fire. Let's see how she sacks. Yeah, I mean, it is hauling a fucking pickup without a mill in it. So that's pretty good. All right, well, let's see how her fucking too high liftoff is. Oh, she ain't having too high. Oh, 4 high. Oh, we're good. We're not even bagging it that hard. Oh yeah, we got 4-wheel peel. Stopping. Oh, she stops. This thing's fucking fine. Let's see how she does on the fucking open road here. Oh yeah, she handles mint on the open road. Get her up to speed here. Oh yeah, speedometer doesn't work in communist or American measurements. It don't work at all. Willard, you're stunned. But this thing tows fucking real nice. You don't even feel a fucking pickup truck and giant trailer back there. Oh, she's stopping. Oh, she's a little fucking hurry harden. Oh, we got this. And she's just taking her like a champ. They never rode this nice either. It usually flopped around like a set of old flapjack, fucking sacked out, fucking winded titties. She's mint. Oh yeah, just fucking cruises. Alrighty, well we got the fucking suspension in the rear all dialed in. Just mint. Next thing on the old docket, the old Korean rickshaw here. When you touch the brakes, she's a little bit, well, the rotors are completely warped and well, for me beating on the old hooer, but I think the brakes are locking on or something. I don't really know what the deal is. But I gotta go hit up the old G-Dale parts store here and grab everything I need. Let's gotta grab a few tools here. I think it's an impact. 21 mil, I think it is. I think it's a 13 mil wrench, 12 or a 13 mil socket, and a 310 excavator. I mean, you gotta keep her fucking practical. I mean, you can't beat that convenience, you know, just fucking right at the best level. Like, I wouldn't lay under that, but I'd say she's pretty good. So if you're gonna be doing brakes on your rickshaw and you're using the 300, it might scratch the paint a bit though, so you might want to get Mako after that. Oh, that's a good tire. Oh yeah, these rotors are like brand fucking used. Mint. You don't need to worry about the hydraulics fucking failing and the thing landing on my big stupid head. Well, I'd probably struggle for a little bit before I died, but you know, I hope it was quick.
Jacob said that old Billy Henschel was killed in a car crash. Head-on collision with freight truck. Cleared his car straight over the bridge into the Mississippi. Lucky bastard. You bet.
I don't know which way this thing's gonna fall, if it does fall, but I reckon it's gonna be one of them situations where a feller learns the worst hard way, you know? I mean, all these people were so concerned about the Rona and this, that, and the other thing, and it kills people. Well, I almost died like 15 times before fucking lunch, so the Rona's just fine. I don't know what I did without this fucking thing before. She's just a sweetheart. Oh, I'm fucking the extension cord.
What the f was that?
For f***'s sakes. Oh, I wrote her off. That'll do, excavator. That'll do. Cause this thing's sweet. Look at the size of that thumb. Alrighty, so halfway through doing brakes on this fucking pile of hot shit, figured out that these things are just fucking warped. So you're not gonna want to go buy rotors. You're gonna want to see how you can put these fucking things on the lathe and then take the warp out of it. I mean, these things are like 50 fucking bucks a piece, and I mean that's like a half gallon of gas for fuck's sake. Alright, so Meow is gonna want to not give a whole lot of fucks here and leave the sucker down. It would have been a lot better if the old parts rickshaw had brand new rotors, but it didn't. So we're just gonna make these ones mint. You don't need to worry about run out. a high-speed victory lap here. Yeah, bud. Mint. I mean, that'll be all kinds of grabby. Way better than before. Oh, yeah. And you don't need the actual proper hub socket. You just go ahead with a pair of needle nose. Oh, yeah. Mint. Oh, that bearing even barely sounds like it's grindy. It's fine. Brand used machine rotor there. Barely even covered in grease. So what the grease is going to do is prevent it from sticking too hard, because this one's going to hook up way more than the other side, because I didn't do the other side. All right, well, being in the spirit of you basically got to give hand jobs in the gas station parking lot for a tank of gas, you're going to want to go ahead and find a pair of these dump calipers and then rebuild them. And by rebuild them, I mean take them apart and see if they're f***ed. Wait for the pop. Usually they just explode and hit you in the face. Oh man, I think they're really in there. Usually they give you a nice hard pop and then come rickshawing out of there. Let's try it one more time. This won't be dangerous. Nothing. We need more piss eye. Let's see if I can't get hit in the face with one of these things. It's fine. You don't need to worry about pneumatic hydraulic stuff. Oh yeah, she's good. All right, well meow, go ahead and just wipe your bores out. See what the f going on in there. Oh yeah, chowdered all too
Chow dear! Chow dear! It's chowder!
Clean up them with some fucking emery cloth or some kind of shit. Give these a quick rip in the old fucking Dremel or lathe or whatever the fuck you got. I got this minty fucking thing here. Oh yeah, it's basically like brand new. Oh fuck yeah, bud. That looks good. Meat. All right, same thing with the other one. Look at how fuck that was, eh? Could you imagine the anxiety that goes through a fucking keyboard mechanic's fucking head every time he sees a hillbilly torque wheel with an impact? That's fine. Oh yeah, mint. She's good. You don't need to worry about torque specs. All right, well, we got the old fucking, 1-ton dump trailer 500 here. I did pay some cash for this thing. It was, it wasn't fucking for free. I have found trailers at the dump, and I think I'm gonna go pull the wheels off of one of the trailers that I found at the dump. But the plywood's probably gonna be from the dump. The steel's gonna be from the dump. The wiring's gonna be from Princess Auto, but the paint's gonna be from the dump. I think it's even color match for sakes, but gonna do a bunch of fucking welding on this piece of shit, and should be good for the highway. Look at this fucking thing. It's barely even clapped out. This thing is just a hot pile of rusty shit. I fucking love it. All right, so we need a dump leg. We need a fucking, actually that was a Princess Auto one fucking sail leg. We need some dump safety chains, and we're gonna work our way from appetite on this one. What for, there's a bunch of shit that's stuck on it. So contrary to popular belief, you don't actually have to clean any rust off of this dump chain before you weld it on. It just welds right through it if you got the heat turned up enough. Next, got a dirty old fucking leg on there, in case you got a bunch of shit loaded on there and your back's all fucked up. Mint. No, for fuck's sakes, I gimped the fucking leg on the tripod now, so no, this thing's not the only thing around here with a fucking gimp leg. But all right, we got this thing dialed in, some dump chain. Now the thing about these home built trailers is when a lot of people put them together, they're probably drunk and stunned like myself. So I'm just gonna run a few more hot passes over the weld that kind of hold the whole fucking rig together, and yeah, call that good, because it sucked real fucking dicks to look in the rearview mirror and have the whole fucking rig, or just this part dragging behind the rickshaw, and whatever fucking auction find I had in the back, wherever the fuck it was, dialing off into the fucking ditch. All right, so I've been attacking the f out of this thing with welds everywhere. I figure twice the shit welds will be pretty much the equivalent to one good weld, but Buddy kind of half-assed forgot to weld these to the fucking frame. A bunch of these welds were just missing, and then I welded the living out of these front ones here, which were hopefully not snapping off going down the highway. And there was one problem here that I seen. Now, these are still good, I think. That one's got a bolt, that one's got a bolt. Bolts. There's no fucking bolt head there anymore. So I could spend like hours pulling the spring out and fiddle fucking that thing all back to life. Or I could just weld the living fucking shit out of it. That'll be fine. You don't need to worry about the bushing lighting on fire. So only let like half the smoke out of that bushing. You know, why would they put all the smoke in it if they didn't expect you to at least let half of it out? Man, fat ass has been giving her. Got the fenders dialed on there. I welded them on as far this way as I could. Oh, I'm regurgitating the f out of dinner after a couple beer. I welded them as far as this way as I could. What for, oh, this is just terrible alignment. Just fucking disgusting. Ask me if I give a f. Wish I had my shirt on that said that. I could just point at it. But, yeah, so I put the fender as far in as I could. So when I put the other wheel on, I'm gonna try the inset wheel from the rickshaw. This will only have to carry one spare tire. All right, well, it looks like Jesus was the last one to have this wheel off. Panther pissed the living out of it. Do you hear that? All right, if there's one useful thing you're gonna take from this box video, it's the fact that, well, you know how it's summertime and there's U-Haul trucks and boat trailers and quad trailers down the highway, and they got a wheel that's way in the bush. This is why. See that noise? That's not a good noise. You're gonna want to go ahead and have a gander at those wheel bearings. All right, let's see what we got. The problem is that there's grease on the outside, but it does not sound like them bearings have any grease in them. What in two rats fucking in a wool sock? This thing has roller bearings. Well, that's a fucking first for me. I've never seen an old trailer hub that had these fucking style bearings in them. Like the round ones. What the fuck is that all about? Oh well, pack these fuckers full of grease and toss them back home. So if you don't know how fucking tight, I got her all greased up. If you're one of them fucking stunned pricks that doesn't know how tight these fuckers gotta be, you just wanna keep going on her until you hear cracking and then quarter turn back. No bullshit. Tighten her up until she's kind of snug. Quarter turn back. Line up your cotter pin. Fucking mint. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. And always reuse the old cotter pin. Ain't nobody got fucking money for new ones of those. God. Mint. Nail works too. So if you do buy a fucking box little trailer of any kind, or a fucking camper or anything you're pulling behind your pickup, if the guy told you he just did the wheel bearings, he probably didn't do the wheel bearings. Go ahead, pull those fucking things off. It's way better to do them meow than after they've been fucking lazing away on the old spindle and it completely turns the thing into a giant blue pile of hot fucking shit. Alrighty, so here's the fucking tire off the old 1-ton fucking rickshaw, and she fits in there mint. Fucking back spacing's pretty good. That's gonna be minty as fuck. So now I only have to carry one spare tire and, you know, hope for the fucking best. But them old dry rotted bias plies won't fucking let a guy down. All right, I've seen some shit in my day. But tell me what's wrong here. You might not be able to see it in the camera, but what in two rats fucking in a wool sock is going on here? How is that sitting still with the tire rolling? I've never seen that in all my fucking years alive, breathing and shit and drinking beer. Holy sweet. Let's see, what's under there? Oh, that's just jammed onto the spindle. Oh, well, I guess that works, I guess. That's, look at the shit in there. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. All right, well, we got her all back together and packed full of grease. That cap, I can't fucking believe that. I'm just wondering if that's just a fiddler's up being at the new cap on an old fucking spindle, but or an old hub. But the bearing's a little loud, but so is my Auntie Laura. But we still love her, so we're gonna leave that alone for fuck's sakes. As long as it doesn't get fucking louder than a drunk noopy chick, we're good. Oh yeah, it's fine. It'll just lap itself in. Well, while we're listening to that fucking bearing just growl away on the prices right here.
The price is wrong.
Well, I find it is time to, you know, splash some lipstick on this whore's lips. Oh. Remember what Henry Ford said? You could have any color you wanted, as long as it was black. Oh yeah. Fucking gonna be mint. You gotta, you know, respect the technique of the, you know, the rolling spray. See, people in cities, they're fucking stunned, eh? Like really fucking stunned. They see something like this with a fresh fucking paint job on it. They don't think it's a piece of shit. They're like, oh, that thing's fucking mint. Probably spent a lot of money on that fucker. Nope. Let's see how she looks. Oh, yeah. DD Speed Shop, would you approve? DD Speed Shop. DD Speed Shop? Oh, that's fucking sassy looking right there. All right, well, we went a little excessive on the panther piss on this side, so we're gonna go with the spray right over the oil technique. Oh yeah, that looks good. Those bearings, like I don't know what the f going on. Usually, you know, your standard taper bearing, they don't roll and party like this, so I don't know how long these are gonna last, but we're probably gonna find out the hard way. All right, well, I was gonna go with a fucking set of them greasy, shitty fucking lights from Princess Auto. They're plastic, but I'll smash them off first chance I get. So I ended up putting them pricks in there that are stolen out of the old picker truck here. Those look pretty fucking good. I'm probably still gonna put them out, but they'll look good until then. Gotta keep hydrated, what we're using all these Bush Latte fucking boxes for mock-up for the side here. I'm fucking loving on this old piece of shit. I'm even gonna finish off the fucking edges here and make it look all fancy. I'm gonna have this thing 15 fucking minutes before I write it off, but it'll be nice for 15 minutes. All right, this hot fucking pile of shit damn near done. Hashtag Instagram weld. But we're gonna lay some fucking paint to this pile of shit. Nothing but the finest 99-cent bin Princess Auto paint, but no bullshit. She's color matched to the Rickshaw. It's actually the same fucking paint we used to paint that fucking shipping crate that we drove down to the coast with. But yeah, gonna rattle can the fuck out of this piece of shit and go get some reservation windows for this fucker. And yeah, fucking mint. Check out those caps and shit. Fancy looking. Oh no, it's got the fucking Rona. Or plastic paint, but that's probably for fucking regular metal too. It'll be fine. You don't need to prep your fucking paint surface. I mean, it ain't trim clad. It's got the Rona. It'll be fine. Alrighty, so the paint is doing what I can't, and it's running like a motherfucker. But I'm fine with that. She's gonna be a 50-50 kind of paint job. It's gonna look good at 50 feet or at 50 miles an hour. All right, so I just sliced and diced some flattened out frozen Pinocchio pecker here. It's just a frozen nightmare, but looks pretty good. I got bits and pieces of this from my old neighbor, bits and pieces of this from the fucking dump. So, but now I gotta get the wire in a piece of shit. I don't have any P-clamps, but I do have a bunch of fucking steel, dump steel that is. So I'm probably gonna buck this up into small pieces, weld it to the frame, and I can just run the fucking wires through there. All right, for wiring on this pile of shit, we're gonna pull all the stops off and grab the old pink extension cord that had the other side of it fall victim to a snow plowing incident, and wire that up. So all this thing's gonna have is headlights and taillights and brake lights. And so she's only gonna need 3 wires, and then we'll ground the frame. You don't need to worry about fucking good contact with your fucking grounds. Well, look at this fucking minty pile of shit. Got the old Reds window all screwed down, fucking looking mint. Man, it's gonna be sad fucking this thing up. Got the taillights all rigged in, I think they work. Even got a license plate on it. It's not the right one, but who gives a man, look at this fucking sweetheart. I'm excited. Let's go f up. Man, this thing's just a hot, majestic pile of oh. I don't know why I put this rowdy leg on there. Probably because it was really cheap. That's probably why. All right, what you're gonna want to do is not put any of your tools away. If you f it up, or when it gets f***ed up, you know, you don't have to take all your tools out again. And then for the next project, they're all right here. All right, so the best way my fat ass can figure as to figuring out how much this piece of shit can tow is water. Because for every liter of water, it's 1 kilogram. So for every 1 kilogram, it's 2.2 pounds. So if this thing's corked, it's 1,000 liter, which is 2,200 pounds. So I think this thing can handle, you know, well, we're gonna see what it can handle. All right, so we're at the GDL water station here, and we're gonna start off by putting about 500 liters in there and then check for sackage. This is why we can't have anything nice out here. Everything we drive down the road just gets muddy as I mean, that's good for the fresh paint right there. But 500 liters, oh, we gotta check for sackage here. We're already sacking it out. Didn't even measure it yet. All right. Windy as. All right, sackage is, we're at 30 inches right now. So we'll see what the we get. All right, I don't know if you minty prick can see. Oh, look at my greasy mop. But we're at about 500 liters. And so that's 500 liters to be 1,100 pounds. And you know, it's kind of sacked out, but it's not even that bad. I think we can handle more. Oh yeah, I can handle more. Alrighty, well there's 750 liters. So 750 kilograms times 2.2. So that's 1,650 pounds on there right now. You wouldn't think water was that heavy, eh? Let's go for a rip, see how she likes it. All right, so far so good. The bearings are cold. I haven't gone very far, but you know, I'm excited that the bearings aren't roasting hot already. It's not even sacked out that bad. Like, it's pretty bad, but it's not that bad. You can definitely feel that you got a few pounds on the old rickshaw. All right, let's keep giving her. All right, let's check the bearings out. Ice fucking cold. Man, I can't believe them old roller bearings stay that cold. Like, I thought they were gonna get hot. Ice cold. Well, that makes me feel better. All right, but there was a few times where I went over some bumps and it would start smoking the fucking tire off the fender. So, doing a little burnout. Let's see if it's on this side. Oh, no. Yeah, there was a bunch of smoke rolling off the fender. I don't know if you guys were able to see that or not, but this trailer's mint. You don't need to worry about your part supplier being the fucking dump. Told you she's mint. I could probably afford to do a bunch more tongue weight too. What for, it's pretty far back on the trailer. You put a bunch more in the back of the rickshaw being she's a 1 ton meow. All right, let's put this fucking piece of shit on a weight loss plan. Best thing about water is she's easy to unload. Just a hardy test. Fucking miserable out here, eh? Blue skies, no fucking idiots, no purple-haired cards. Man, I mean, a fella's got to stop at the park store on the way home. Look at all this mint shit. Actually, there's all. Oh look, it's fucking Instagram douchebags and analog. This is back in the day. That guy. Oh, these are those greasy fucking CDs that came on the. Buy now and you can get the second one for fucking free. Look.
Down Records presents a hip-hop Christmas. You'll get such classics as Santa Claus is Coming on Moms, Jingle Balls, I'm Dreaming of a White Woman.
Classics for lovers. What?
Yeah, that I might not be nice to it.
No, you gotta be a little, like, don't hurt the rickshaw windows. As long as there's glass in it, I don't care. And I gotta be able to drive it home for sakes. All right, so next segment of the old fucking rickshaw bag in here. That chain might have held up like this feller's leg. What for my chain ripping off? But that chain I think is still good, so it's holding her together. All right, well now we're gonna durability test the fucking ever living out of the Ton Rickshaw. I mean, why even have a rickshaw if you can't put a 12 valve Cummins in the back? Man, we actually put Nest Quick in there for this video segment. Oh yeah, Bobcat quality. All right, just shut her down.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
You might have to pull the AC pump off. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull the AC pump off. That's a common problem with hauling rickshaw and 12 valves is, you know, AC pump stuff. Oh, yeah, bud, leftover rickshaw pie. Oh, what a treat. All right, try her again. Oh, the safety. Oh, yeah, it's clearance meow. All right, you're gonna have to rally that seat a little bit. That should fucking fit. Try back it up. Oh, yeah, bud. Oh, little air compressor line there. A glove. Holy, just a fucking treat. Like, I don't know what the weight rating is on a rickshaw. Oh, that motor's definitely hitting the tailgate now. It's probably gonna break the back window, but I mean, that's just the way she goes. Oh yeah, back window's damn near deleted already. Look at that greasy old 7.3. Oh, it's doing 7.3 shit. Yeah. You just, man, that eye burn and smell, you just don't fucking beat it. Oh, it smells mint. All right, you gotta give me a hand. The motor, it partied back a little bit. Uh-oh. What, that's the fucking sweet safe. Whose safe is that?
Frenchman's.
Man. Yeah. Hey, can you push on her? Here, I'll help you. 3, 2, 1. All right, so meow.
Dial it under there.
And then, this is safety blocking. See, these are extra doing it.
Oh, this is all of the safe.
Buddy, all of it. All right, we'd probably get a receiver hitch in there. Oh, it's extra block. We got a roll of Toby, or a fucking Saskatchewan roll chrome there. Oh yeah, see? There we go. There. We'll let it rock back. Mint.
No, other way. Yeah, straight. More. Hard. Fast. Faster. Faster. Oh wait, hold on, go forward. Keep going. You're, back up again, but fast. Hairlift?
Yeah, I was bad yesterday. I didn't really want to deal with any of that shit. Boards and wooden legs and fuck. Man, every day of my life is like a reenactment at a Red Green show.
But worse.
And drunker. Those guys drank.
No one drinks like you.
I mean, I got a beer home right now. I'm about to hit the highway. It's not even a big deal. I mean, they wouldn't make road beers unless you weren't supposed to have them while you're sipping on the highway. A little chalk up syrup there. I got safety knots and everything. Hold on here.
Who taught you to strap something down?
Nobody. I just drank until it made sense. Is it working?
You got to keep drinking.
You can't argue with results, buddy. DOT, right there, right where the stress cracks are. What's RH and RFH mean? Really fucking heavy.
High.
No, really fucking heavy. This tire's rated for this load.
Yeah, but the tire's on the rickshaw rated for the load.
That doesn't matter. This one is.
Oh, okay.
We're using libtard logic here. And if it doesn't like it, it's racist. Are you being politically correct right now?
Yeah, wonton.
Wonton, yeah, it's a wonton rickshaw.
Good to go.
It's Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. All of the Chinese.
And it's...
All right, like any good wonton trucker, we gotta do a pre-trip. Don't spill your beer though. Can you get her off the ground? Oh, she won't come off the ground. That's durability testing and a pre-trip. Is that the sound of the fucking deck boards cracking? I found them at the dump.
Yeah, my fat ass is
Oh, they're good. All right, well, I'm not gonna tell you that I don't feel her in the back, but you know, She's handling her no problem. The old Ton Rickshaw is just a treat. Doesn't have as much get up and go as you reckon she might have though. She's pretty stacked out. She's a little floppy. America. Alrighty, so the rickshaw is doing pretty good. I don't know how fast we're going. Probably fast enough. But everything's going good up until I'm pretty sure the exhaust manifold just fell off. You don't need to worry about the exhaust manifold on the old Ton. I was just banning the f out of this thing, and there was a Johnny Law right beside me. That was almost a pretty hard fuck up, but we're fine. The back windows are tinted. They can't see the 12 valve in the back. The thing identifies as a Ton. It's fine. Listen to that Ton Jake brake. Turn on the Jake switch. Ready for first? Oh yeah. I mean, you're gonna want a Jake brake when you're rocking this much weight. Oh, this thing sounds like shit. Alright, well, note to self. Just because I didn't pay much for this exhaust manifold doesn't mean I got a good deal on it. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, a little environmentally friendly. This drought running out the back. Look at the piss jugs. I mean, the hubs are getting a little hot, but that's fine. Just listen to this Ton powerhouse. Oh yeah! Just a hot pile of shit. Man, these guys have been just fucking giving her for like forever. America, Canada shit. Yeah. Passing gear engaged. Oh yeah. Just a fucking powerhouse. Burning all the Uncle Bens. Just chopsticking it. Alrighty, well, their old rickshaw made her back safe and fucking sound. Just a hot pile of fucking Japanese shit. But she did identify the Ton. I got her in the shop already. Belt just fucked on it, but I fixed the manifold. Usually you can rev the squeal out of the belt, but not this time. But while I was in there, I fucking welded up the old manifold and took a bunch of this shit. What are you stunned? Don't eat that stuff. Took a bunch of this shit out of the Cats, so she's a little more free flow in there. All the horsepower. Yeah, don't snort that shit. Willard, relax. But she made her back safe and sound, other than a few drops of chocolate syrup in the back of her. Oh, Willard, stunned. Actually, there's this fucking thing for the spare tire, and it's pretty much just full of chocolate syrup, but that's fine. It's just rust proofing. Oh, and there's my little tip for you. All of it. But if you buy parts nowadays, chances are they're fucking dog shit. So go ahead and buy 2 of them. Put one on the rickshaw or whatever the fuck you're driving, and then just keep the, you know, the wear parts in the back, like a fuel pump, alternator, and I got a belt and shit here, because everything you buy nowadays is fucking dog shit. So you might as well just buy 2 of them. And Rock Auto, everything's so goddamn cheap. You might as well order 2 of them anyway. And no, they wouldn't f me with your and somebody else pushing. I tried to get a sponsorship with these guys, but they ain't having it. But Rock Auto's fucking mint nonetheless. Willard, if I didn't tell you, your head would have got stuck in the fucking tailgate, wouldn't it? Are you stunned? So I don't know how much fuel I saved on the way back though. What for? I was working the rickshaw pretty fucking hard. But I mean, why even have a WFO setting on your fucking fuel pedal if you're not going to use it the whole fucking time? But yeah, I don't. The old Crummins would have held that shit, no problem at all. But you know, this thing has a quality that my Crummins doesn't have, and if somebody stole it and lit it on fire, well, that's just the fucking way she goes. But thanks a lot for watching this whole fucking pile of derelict garbage. There's a fucking hoot making it. I love going to that city to pick up junk. Also picked up a new leg. Well, I got a new leg. I went to Legs Crafters, and it's well, let me just tell you this: it isn't legged in an hour. It's legged in a couple weeks, and then 3 trips to that shithole. But I did get to buy some mint shit while I was there. But I gotta say, a bunch of minty pricks. Whoever sent that, either this is the train horn, like legit train horn, or someone sent me a box of dildos because it's pretty heavy. And a bunch of other minty pricks sent me a bunch of other shit that's on top of the tree. I just like to say I appreciate it. I know shipping from America to Frostbakistan is an arm and a good leg. When I get around to opening that mint shit, I'll make a video or some sucking thing. So I like to say thank you very much. That's mint. You alright, bud? I mean, look at this fucking lavish interior. Like leather. I mean, it's a little muddy from Willard and engines and the rest of the shit, but she's just fucking classy in here. Leather shift boot. I'm telling you, $400 like a couple years ago. It was worth every penny. Alright, well, like always, I'd like to thank you minty pricks that keep freedom of speech free for old Peg-a-Leg in here, since old Frostbakistan is basically a communist shithole meow. I like to start off with the minty pricks that gave my fat ass a raise. But you know, I like to write them down all individually like that. I don't know, I could probably figure out how to print it out. No, I can't figure this shit. So I just write her down. Minty pricks that gave me a raise this month would be Big McGee at 30 odd. I had to write that down. $30.06. That's mint. We got Christopher Wally, Tony Norman, Bam Rack, Brendan Bain, Zach Melnick, Chad Isaac, Roper Sacco, Granger. I'm fucking stunned. Utah Spreads the Love, Tony Norman, Michael Montenero. I'm fucking stunned, but I can't pronounce any of this shit. Carter Kopp, Mega Dog 4000. That's fucking mint. Curtis Noge, Matthew Thomas, Clay Fletcher, Raddick, Riley Charles, Robert Hansen. Is that Chris Hansen's cousin?
Would you have a seat over here, please?
Andrew Rolander, Tanner Jones, KW Humble, 1769. Mint. Tristan Reagan, Jordan Jacobs, Alex Miskovich, Clint, Dan Van Hoven, Mr. Clay Ghost, Avery Carson, Dustin Meldrum, B-Train, Stormy Jones, James Scott, Jacob Koto Whiskey. Is that how the f you say your name, bud? Brandon Siemens, Dane Brett, Scott Penton, Angry Simpler, Carter Ferry, Elizabeth Parrish. I think that's the first broad we've actually had in the Patreon. That's mint. Just a giant sausage fest. Tyler the Socks Master. What the kind of name is that? Like, how did you even get a name like that? I think the story behind that would probably be pretty cool. Or maybe really up. Darren Clift, Justin, you're stunned? Justin Bolduki, Bold something or other. Logan Cold Creek, Mike Kurzak, Mike Kurzak, Jackson Pridgeon, Roadhammer 3406E, Kenneth Nancy, and John. All right, well, these are the minty pricks that are new to the old Patreon. 10 buckers. We got Todd Blaise, Randy Monroe, Paul Tier, Paint Chip, Not Mike, Mike Hawk. I knew a Mike Hunt one time. Kurt Crusser, Custerer the second, Ken and Carol, Josh Smith, Axel Jensen, and Jake from State Farm. The white one. I didn't know there was a colored gentleman that was at State Farm. We got Heavy Kenny, Fallen Equipment, Dylan 3406, Cody Hickman, Cameron Graves, Brady, BJ Strange One. Had a couple of them. 15 buckers. We got Ray Turan. 20 buckers. We got Thomas Henry, P&W Outdoors, Mike Oxlong, Chandler White. 25 buckers. We got Luke M's. 50 buckers. TW Vesa, whatever the TW Vesa. That's your name. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. And 69 bucks. We got Brandon Bain. Mint. Oh, and if I forgot your name or up saying it, you're the one that's buying me all the goddamn beer. It's your fault. Remember? It's 2022. Accountability is definitely now a thing of the past. But I appreciate you keeping me well fed in the Bush Lattes, PC Light, and Cosby sauce. I mean, might want to put me on like a liver transplant list. If you got an extra one kicking around, just send her my way anyhow. Put some ice in the fucking box, so. So about the fucking Teespring shit, if you've had, I got a hold of them there. If you're having any kind of shit with your Teespring order, like the fucking label's falling off or something like, or if your microwave, or if your label's falling off or some fucking fiddle, get a hold of them, tell them your order number, and tell them it's and then they said they'd make it right. I apologize to all those that bought. They asked me if I give a sweatshirt and the fucking label fell off of it. go ahead and call them pricks and tell them to fucking send you another one or something like that, because they said they'd make it right. Isn't that right, microwave dog? Yeah. Did someone stick you in the microwave when you were a puppy? Yeah, they did. But until next time, keep out your